I'm Serena Baker, and this is my education class at Liberty University reflection post. I learned that being a teacher is a lot of hard work, and the after-school grading stuff could be pretty time-consuming. There's a lot of work in putting in the grades of students, helping students feel welcome, and working with them to make sure that they're doing good at school and that I care about them as students and as people. Putting their special needs and all their needs on my mind, and the mental part would be easy for me. Making sure that they're mentally okay and grading them and dealing with all the drama might be hard. I honestly decided during this course that I don't want to teach high school and change my major to English and writing, creative writing. I will eventually get certified to teach college, but I want to get my English literature publishing career up and started first. I know I'll use all the resources and technology I saw throughout this course when I eventually become a teacher. My challenge is stress. I feel that high school students would stress me out because honestly, I was a high school student that was super stressed out all the time and was going through the drama, so the high school students' drama might stress me out and cause me to have anxiety because I hate having to sit back and watch what these people go through because I once was there. So how could I help this kid when just the thought of them makes me so stressed out I can't even breathe or think? I believe that college is more fun because these students are more aware of who they are and what they want out of life, and would be a lot easier to work with and a lot more of a stress-free environment. I know it would be stressful, but a lot of the stress about the drama and the bullies and stuff that I don't know that I could handle watching and being a part of. I thought my passion was to be an English teacher, but upon some soul searching and praying over the past 8 weeks, I realized that my true passion is to be a writer and a publisher and eventually teach at a college. To further explain that, I decided I wanted to be a teacher at a young age just because that's what I guess a lot of people decide they want to do at a young age, is be a teacher because it looks like an easy job. When I got to middle school, I was thinking about being a marine biologist, and then I changed my mind because too much math. When I got to high school, after being bullied really bad throughout middle school, my English teacher told me I have a gift for poetry. And really helped me get out there and embrace myself through my poetry, and even got me published in the school magazine a few times. Then I went on to 10th grade and 11th grade and had another English teacher who inspired me that I could be an English teacher because I loved the way she taught and I loved the way that she made me feel welcome in her classroom. So I put my major as English literature teacher because that's who inspired me to be a teacher. And I knew I wanted to be a teacher, so I thought. And I started taking this course and made my major English education for grades 6 through 12. While searching myself and a lot of soul searching and praying and asking God, that's what He wanted from me, because while taking this course, I just felt a lot of stress and I wasn't sure if it's exactly what I wanted. So I prayed about it really hard and just started looking at, if I became a publisher and a writer first, what would that do? I went to a college and career group at my church and found that a lot of kids and people my age are struggling with the same thing I was, and they have these poetry about some dark places in their life that they want to publish but they can't. And that really spoke to me. That's the reason I wanted to be an English teacher, to help those kids that have poems like I had. So I decided to change my major to a Bachelor of Science for English and Writing, creative writing, to be a publisher and a writer. Because I write a lot of poetry, and I eventually want to write a memoir and a story about my life. And have a house for publishing that we can publish things that a lot of places won't publish because they're too dark or scary, you know, although they do turn around for good in the end, that God brought you through that pain, but they won't publish it. So I want to be that person that has a house that publishes those and stops the bullies and spreads awareness for suicide, and that it ends, and the rate for suicide starts declining instead of increasing every day, and the rate for bullies declines. And also for those people who have been enslaved with human trafficking, because something that speaks dear to my heart, all these people have these mental issues and these depressive and PTSD and anxiety thoughts that they don't know how to voice them, but writing stories and letting other people know what they went through to help other people is where they need to go, because they can help others not have to deal with these anxieties and pains that they live, and writing out these pains sometimes help. So I want to have a place where they can do that, and eventually be a college education teacher to help students throughout college and to show them my inspiration. I really enjoyed taking this course, and I will take everything I learned to heart, and I will use it in my publishing career, and eventually when I become a teacher, I'll use a lot of it as well. However, I just feel that after praying, I am not called to be a teacher first and foremost. I'm called to be a publisher, to help people publish stuff and write stories, and be a writer to share my story of how I overcame the anxieties and stress of this world, and how I continue to overcome them every day, because it's a constant battle, and I want to show people that it's okay not to be okay. It is okay. And eventually be a teacher, but I know I'll use a lot of technology that we use in this course, because I loved as a student being able to be on my computer and doing technology, so I'll use a lot of it in my course. My courses will be pretty much, I'll be in person and online, and I'll have like a way that students are sick, they can do work at home. Everything I used in my technology resources and all that will be what I've been using, because I think that these apps that help you really engage your students like online and in person is a great way to help your students. As I said, teaching can be challenging, and I'm not up to be a high school teacher challenge, but I am up to be a college teacher eventually in my life. As soon as I graduate from Liberty with my bachelor's, I will go on to my master's in creative writing and then get my doctorate in English education somewhere, so I can be a college English teacher, and I will get certified after that. But stay tuned for my publishing house to be opened. I'm open for all types of poetry and everything, as long as it's not out of politics, because that opens up a can of worms I don't want to be in. So if you need anything and you have stories, memoirs, or anything that you want to publish, in the comments, let me know. Thanks, guys.